Okay, live on YouTube. Fantastic. Let's post here. Okay. Everything seems good so far. Okay. Where's my chatbot? There we go. Let's check my TTS. Let's do a test.
Acknowledge.
Sweet. We good. We good. All right. Move that mic closer. Change the character to Robertson the fourth. And we're ready to go. Okay. I'll move that here. Just do a quick test of the transcription. Testing 1 2 3. It's okay. All right, let's get to dispatch. Last time, I believe we're on episode 2. I think we're at the beginning of episode 2 or somewhere around there. Yeah. We haven't done any of the Grandma's Donuts or whatever. So we're going to get to that. And that's going to be... I'm very interested to see what Robert here will choose. So, yeah. Let's resume. Love that commercial. Okay, all right. It is going to be our first day at dispatch unit. We're at the lobby right now and talking with someone new. And I don't know, we're talking about a SDN commercial, and it was kind of awkward. But we're talking about Phenomenon, which is like kind of like socially awkward Superman. Let me check the options here. You have 3 options to choose from to respond. You have... okay, we're giving our opinion on Phenomenon. We have seems like a jerk, not a great actor, or he's phenomenal. There we go. Okay. Just making sure my input is good.
I'm not one for sugarcoating things. Seems like a jerk? I'll shrug, not bothering to hide my disdain. The guy's got the powers of a god, but the personality of a wet blanket. I've met more charismatic bricks.
Okay. When I did this myself, I broke his tooth, so I never saw the singed eyebrows. That's pretty great. All right. All right. After the conversation, well, actually, hold on. Let me reset. After giving your opinion, Waterboy, which is the person you were talking to at the time, was like, no, kind of awkwardly, like, no way he's a jerk. But you were pretty resolute, saying, never meet your heroes. Big heroes are typically kind of jerks. Anyway, after you see Flambe, the individual with fire powers that you had a confrontation before, he walks to SDN and he has singed eyebrows from the alcohol you splashed on him. Yeah. It was a little bit tense, but he just moved on. He didn't really notice you. After that, Blonde Blazer showed up and pulled you off to go to a meeting room and tells you to take your clothes off. All right. She wants you to take your clothes off because, for safety concerns, there have been incidents in the past with people having a little bit of a beef with superheroes in the workplace. So it's just safer if you're not in your superhero persona at the workplace. So she's telling you to strip and get into uniform. She makes a comment that she remembered you being a bit bigger when she has a close look at you. It was just a passing comment. She does admit she was kind of drunk at the time. Beginning the process of stripping, she was like, "Oh, wait, should I turn around?" And you have three options to reply. You have one. Is this an HR violation? I don't mind. And number 3, no peeking. This
I'm not exactly thrilled about stripping down in front of my new boss, but I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I don't mind. I'll shrug, trying to keep the situation light. It's not like you haven't seen me half naked before. I'll start unbuttoning my shirt, trying to ignore the awkwardness.
while you're stripping, Blonde Blazer apologizes to you over the way she conducted herself the last time you talked. It was a bit unprofessional. A complicated mistake. And you can cut in with your opinion on how to move forward with it. You can have number 1, I'll take your lead. Number 2, didn't feel like a mistake. And number 3, we were drunk.
Let's not dwell on the past. I'll take your lead. I'll keep it simple, putting the ball in her court. We both said some things we probably shouldn't have. Let's just focus on the job and move forward. I'm willing to follow your lead on this.
Okay. She responded positively to taking your lead. And as you were finished uh, stripping down, you just tossed your clothes over to the next chair over. But apparently, somebody was sitting there, a person who was invisible, trying to dash off. This individual ran off, but crashed into the door. Uh, Appearing, it is Invisigal, a member of Phoenix team. She asked if you fucked between you and Blonde Blazer. Uh, you state you kissed, but it was very innocent. The Phoenix team, or the Phoenix program, is a program where you take supervillains and rehabilitate them to become superheroes or just regular society. And she happens to be one of those members. She was originally called Invisibitch, but her name was changed to Invisigal to make it more friendly. She knows you're Mecha Man, just to be clear. And she's been given a warning that she would be punished or reprimanded in some type of way if she divulges that Robert Robertson, yourself, is Mecha Man. You're given 3 options to reply. Damn. I'm here to help. It's not the powers that makes the suit. Let's make the best of it. One, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Not the powers that make the suit. Let's make the best of it. All right, I'll just reset that scene, but I will post this. Oh, that's 9 minutes ago. Shit.
Gotta set the tone for this new dynamic. Let's make the best of it. I'll meet her gaze, trying to convey a sense of understanding. We're all here for a reason, Invisigal. Let's just focus on doing our jobs and making this work. No need to make things more complicated than they already are.
After saying that, you made a very heroic speech about, working together. And the reply she made is, well, I'm wet. I can see how you, referring to Blonde Blazer, like this guy. All right, let's just get that for the next scene.
That's just great. Can't even have a moment of sincerity without someone making a crass comment. Roll my eyes. I'll just roll my eyes, trying to ignore her. No point in engaging with that kind of behavior. I've got more important things to worry about than her juvenile attempts at humor.
There we go. Okay. Blonde Blazer is introducing the office to you. She's telling the office has great people. She talks about the 3 Ds of SDN, with documentation being one of them. You have three options to cut in with a question or opinion. One is, what heroes do you hire? Number two, how many heroes work here? And number three, 3Ds.
Gotta get the lay of the land. What heroes do you hire? I need to know the kind of talent I'll be working with. Are we talking about seasoned veterans, raw rookies, or a mix of both? The quality of the heroes will directly impact my ability to do my job effectively.
Oops. I can screw that. It was just a minute ago. Let me just get back to that. All right. Asking about what heroes do you hire? Blonde Blazer replies by saying she hires heroes and people of all kinds. There are people with super hearing. There are people like Invisigal who are ex criminals, and there are people that are like quite literally aliens. There's a person that is literally from a galaxy away that work for them. Yeah. Looking around, do you see that there is like a person in a cat costume, like a cat mascot costume at the workplace? And there's a person with magnetic powers where they're just like different office supplies, like a stapler is flying onto their body like it's magnetized to them. Uh, yeah. And there's a guy with super hearing, guy from Florida. And yeah.
Sounds like a real circus. Say nothing. I'll just take it all in processing the information. No need to voice my concerns just yet. I'll reserve judgment until I've had a chance to see these heroes in action.
Okay. So you're going to be heading to the restroom right now, just taking your usual bio break or, piss. Bio break is a corporate term, apparently. So, taking a piss, a big ass Samoan takes a piss right next to you. And he's talking to you while he's taking a piss. And impressively, he is not touching his pants while he's taking a piss. He's just no hands. And he's asking if you're that Robert that everyone is talking about at the office. And he offers a fist bump to you. Do you reciprocate the fist bump or do you ignore the fist bump? All right, Robert. This is a true test if you're a bro.
This is just getting weirder and weirder. Ignore the fist bump.
God damn!
I'm not about to engage in some bizarre bathroom bonding ritual with a complete stranger. I'll just focus on my business and try to get out of this situation as quickly as possible.
Bro. Why you ain't a bro? Do not fist bump. Denying him. He steps back like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You thought I touched his. He touched his ding-a-ling with that fist, and he proves that he does not." But he takes no offense with the lack of fist bump. Washing your hands after that. You're asking, so he's called Royd, and you're asking him like steroid, but Royd is denying it. He does not touch that stuff. But suddenly he gets a bit insecure. He's wondering if people think he's a juice head. You have one of three replies. I don't know. Number two. No, I'm just kidding. Number three. Doubt it's a coincidence.
No point in playing nice. Doubt it's a coincidence. I'll raise an eyebrow, letting my skepticism speak for itself. If he's trying to convince me he's all natural, he's failing miserably.
He said whatever about it. He's okay. And suddenly he reveals that he knows you're Mecha Man. Hearing that, you're suddenly check the area, but everything is clear at the moment. There's no one else in the bathroom. And you say to him, at first you're suddenly worried about, you're not worried about his unwashed hands anymore. You're worried about if everyone at the office knows that he's Mecha Man. Roy says, nah, man. It's a need to know basis, and Roy needs to know. He's the one who's going to pick up the suit and fix it for the company.
So he's the mechanic. Good to know. Say nothing. I'll just nod, processing the information. No point in revealing any more than I have to. I'll keep my guard up and observe him carefully.
Roy, he seems like, a bro at the moment. Nothing too suspicious about him. But, it's just a first introduction. We'll see. Now you're going to the records room. And an old man, a cussing old man, goes in for a hug. And he hugs you like he knows you, you know? He's like, oh shit, who's this little prick? And he's, just to be clear, he's saying in a very non hostile manner, like, you get him type of thing. Like, he may be cursing, but he's chill. Anyway, but you still don't know this guy. He's a random old man giving you a hug. You have one of three replies. Number one, why is this happening? Number two, do I know you? And then number three, can you not do this?
I'm not one for unwanted physical contact. Can you not do this? I'll try to gently push him away, keeping my voice firm but not aggressive. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I don't know you. Personal space, please.
You said what? It's a hug, not a hand job. Lighten up. And you're probably like, you're still confused. And the old man's like, oh, right. You don't recognize me because I'm old as shit. Then he strikes a superhero pose, a pose that you recognize, very well. This old man is Trackstar. He is kind of like a brother to you. He babysitted you when you were a kid. He was part of your father's superhero team, the youngest member. That team is the Brave Brigade. Realizing it, you're like, holy shit. And then you initiate a hug with him. And hugging back is like, yeah, why are you why are you accepting hugs from old men you don't know? And the people at the office call him Chase here, just to keep the secret identity safe. And it's been about 10 to 15 years since you last talked to him. And that was when your father died. He shows understanding for not contacting him after your father's passing. Oh, also he looks like Black Einstein. uh, yeah. And it was then that Trackstar revealed that he didn't have super speed per se. He could move 50 times faster than the average person. But he didn't realize he was also aging 50 times faster than the average person. And you have one of three options. So, how old are you? Number two, that's cruel. And number three, I'm so sorry.
That's a heavy revelation. That's cruel. I'll shake my head, a mix of disbelief and sympathy washing over me. That's a hell of a price to pay for power, Chase. I can't imagine what that must be like.
Yeah, he kind of vibes with that. And that's why he doesn't believe in karma, you know? He's kind of joking around, but karma's a bitch. He goes out helping people, and this is what he gets. And you say he's now the one person he cannot complain about losing his suit. And he replies, yeah, if you do, I'm going to go back in time, resurrect your father, and kill you if you ever bring that up. But you laugh. This is just your way of bantering, insulting each other, suppressing your trauma. Quoting him, he says, we joke, we laugh, and we suppress our trauma. And now he's going to introduce you to the team of losers, which is essentially the Phoenix team.
Losers, huh? Sounds like my kind of crowd. Say nothing. I'll follow Chase, curious to see what kind of losers he's assembled. If they're anything like him, they're probably more capable than they let on.
Oh, shit. Fuck. All right, the first hero will be Sonar. Sonar is a kind of like a bat human who can sometimes turn into a bat-like monster. Imagine like a werewolf, but instead of a wolf, it's a bat. But kind of swaps back and forth. Sometimes he is a monster, sometimes he's not. And he's a Harvard graduate, so he's quite smart. His crime was embezzlement, drug possession, forgery, fraud, money laundering. Yeah. Next is Flambe. His abilities is pyrokinesis, flame invulnerability, and pyro propulsion. He has anger issues, a history of arson, and he designed his own suit, which shows a lot of his chest and abs. It's like a giant V for his chest area. Next is Invisigal. She joined the program under the condition that they didn't ask questions. Her skills is her ability is invisibility. She has skills in hand-to-hand combat. She can become invisible at will, but only while holding her breath. However, she's asthmatic. Also, she's abrasive and aloof. Next is Coupe. Everybody calls her Coop. She was an assassin for the mob, but became independent. Her abilities is Umbra Kinetic Weaponry, Umbra Kinetic Flight, and Superhuman Accuracy. She is mysterious, deadly, unapproachable. The true kill count that she has is unknown. Next is Punch Up. He's a carnival strongman that made a deal with a witch. And because of that, he got the strength of 10 men. But he has the height of a person much shorter than that. He is 3'3". Let's see. He's from Ireland. He got Pycnokinesis, superhuman strength and durability, and pain immunity. Let's see. His crimes are battery, parole violation, public intoxication, and second-degree murder. Next is Malevola. She has a magic sword and can teleport using portals. She looks like kind of like a tiefling from D&D. Except she's got like short shorts, tank top, and heels. Demon physiology, portal creation, life force absorption, and wound transferal are her abilities. Biology, prehensile tail. She is Sonar's narcotics sponsor. She's an atheist. a true crime aficionado. Her crimes are assault, burglary, extortion, forgery, kidnapping, and second-degree murder. Next is Golem, a construct. A bunch of dirt and mud made sentient with magic. He enjoys poetry and basketball. He has difficulty squeezing through doors, though, because he's actually pretty big. And lastly, we have Prism. She has photokinesis, photoionization, holographic manipulation. Essentially, it's light powers. She's actually pretty popular. She has 1.3 million followers. She's a music snob, highly dramatic. Her crimes are assault, drug possession, DUI, and tax evasion. And that's the team. What's your opinion?
A collection of misfits and screw-ups, just what I expected. Say nothing. I'll take it all in, assessing each member of the team. Some of them have potential, others are walking disasters. But they're all here for a reason, and maybe, just maybe, we can turn them into something worthwhile.
Okay. They are called the Z Team. They are the Phoenix program. Apparently, most dispatchers of the Z Team don't make it past the first day. And you make your introduction saying, "Hello, team. This is your dispatcher, Robert Robertson." And they start laughing at your name. Is that seriously your name? Are you stuttering? And there's been a lot of overlap in the channel because you're talking to them through a software program like Discord with a lot of people on. And Invisigal says she saw you in your underwear. And Prism asked, "Are you packing much?" Referring to your genitalia. She said no, but you got a lot of bruises, which she's into. And you're asking to clear the channel, please, because there's a lot of overlapping volume. Then your friend Chase cut in, telling him to quiet that fuck down, and reminded them that this call is recorded for training purposes. And eventually they do quiet down.
This is going to be a long day. Say nothing. I'll just grit my teeth and try to maintain my composure. These heroes may be a bunch of immature delinquents, but they're my responsibility now. Time to whip them into shape.
Alrighty, let's get started. Lost balloon. Vanderstank. Sonar, get going. Oh yeah. Honestly, more man control in a future game of Dispatch with his shifting powers would be cool. Attack this. Hacking complete. Let's see what we got here. Fight at Crypto Night. All right, who do I want to send? Let's send Coupe in prison. Not Coupe. Love. Retrieve stolen bus. Yeah. Prison. Saber and the Bruiser. Nice. Hell yeah. All right, let's get that upgrade going. Mobility. Yeah. Okay. Flambe, you motherfucker. Museum robbery. Avoid motion sensors, apprehend the thieves. Ideally, it would be Invisigal. I would love to send Sonar, but he is not the guy. I guess I'll send Prism. There we go. Send Sonar too. Body. My man. Oh, yeah. Hack the system. Alrighty. Let's focus on intellect for you. And continue mobility. There we go. Apprehend art thieves. Tracking is intelligence. This seems okay. Okay, let's do charisma. Good. I'll be honest, I prefer the whole Z team getting the XP because I don't know what my boy Robert Robertson will choose. Well, actually, this is a situation where it's perfect to ask my AI in. Okay, hold on. All right, Robert, there is a job where we can only choose one or the other. Mr. Vandersnake, which is a CEO of a company, which some of the people in the team don't have a high opinion for, needs a bodyguard. The one person who's a fan of him, Sonar, wants to be the one to bodyguard him so he can pitch some ideas and stuff. Mr. Vandersnake is actually kind of like Sonar's hero. So yeah, you can send him to bodyguard Mr. Vandersnake, or you can send someone else, uh, because you would be prioritizing the job over the desires of one of the team members. You would essentially be bodyguarding him from everyone, including from one of your own team members.
I'm not here to play favorites. Send someone else. My job is to ensure the safety of the client, not to cater to the whims of a fanboy. I'll assign the most qualified individual for the job, regardless of personal feelings.
Who even is that? I'll do Golem. This is okay. Success. Move that figure. Malevola, get his ass. Locate stolen art. He is soul. Scare the kid. Yeah, get his ass. Okay, let's get your... She's kind of my all-rounder. I need to get either her combat or charisma up to 5. So I need to fix who to prioritize. I got 2 charisma people, 3 charisma people of this 8-man team. Combat, I got Flambe, Coupe, Prism. So that's 3. It's not equal. Personally, I like charisma more, so I will go with charisma. Granny's Donuts. All right, last job of the day is Granny's Donuts. There's a break-in, and Invisigal volunteers for that job. And she runs right over. Invisigal asks for a tap-in, which essentially asks you to get into the security system of Granny's Donuts and use the security cameras to give her just to watch over her. Guy in the chair type of thing. Looking in, you see an unconscious employee. And Invisigal appears saying she didn't do this, which is pretty obvious. While asking about the situation, Invisigal asks, "What's your favorite donut?" You have one of three options. You push for focus, but she has ADHD and did not like that you uh, pointed that out. And presses you for the question again, which is your favorite donut? Or what's your favorite donut? You have one of three options. Number one, the long cream ones. Number one, the long cream ones. Number two, jelly filled. Number three, plain glazed.
This is ridiculous. I have more important things to worry about than donut preferences. Plain glaze. I'll answer the question, trying to keep my tone neutral. Now, can we please focus on the situation at hand? There's an unconscious employee, and we need to figure out what happened.
And after giving that answer, she made some sass comments saying you like to wipe that glaze all over your face, slap it all across your cheek, stuff like that, before you put it in your mouth. Up, down, left, left. All right, hacking into the system. Anyway, after you tell her to check the pulse, turns out Granny is alive, which is very nice. But you have to look, dig a bit deeper. So you're going to look at more into the internal cameras, and looking inside the kitchen cameras, you see that the perp is still there. It is some guy with some weapon tech that is of electrical energy, which seems to have a weakness for water. He's currently in the process of breaking in to something. Getting suspicious, he walks out, looking around. Invisigal goes invisible, though. And she attacks, throwing donuts at him. You're trying to assist her as best you can, but she's a bit resistant. And she's asking you, do you have any great advice now? And you have between two options, duck or go invisible. Because you see the guy ready behind the corner, ready to shoot. Also, she is covered in the guy's blood. And when she goes invisible, the blood is still visible.
This is a disaster waiting to happen. Go invisible. I'll shout the command, hoping she'll listen this time. And remember, the blood is still visible. Try to wipe it off before you engage again. This is basic stuff, but with this team, you can't take anything for granted.
All right, trying to help out. You're using the overhead sprinklers to short out the blaster. But now we have to hack in, and I'm in the process right now. Alrighty, complete. Access granted, and the sprinklers are on. Shorting out, the weapon fails to fire. In the middle of the fight, one of the dropped weapons is picked up by Granny, who woke up during the fight, and shoots at you two guys. Luckily, it misses, but it does put a lull into the fight. And the Granny, because Invisigal is banned from this place, considers her a potential enemy. So he doesn't know who to shoot. All right, in this situation, you have advice to give. You can either try to take down the thief or disarm Granny? Which one?
This is getting out of hand. Disarm Granny. I'll prioritize the immediate threat. Invisible, disarm Granny. She's a civilian and she's clearly not thinking straight. Take her down non-lethally. We need to de-escalate the situation before someone gets seriously hurt.
All right, disarming Granny. But apparently, Invisigal considers that the thief is a bigger threat. She believes taking him out would be safer overall. So she ignores your orders and goes for the thief. When she attacks the thief, she manages to take him down, or at least stun him for a bit. And in the knockback, he accidentally fires, hitting near Granny. And Granny, flinching, shoots his own gun, firing at the ground. But because he fired at the ground, it explodes in his face, and yeah, his arms burned. And when the dust settles, the thief got away. Invisigal says, this feels like a win to her.
That's it. I've had enough. Say nothing. I'll just let the silence hang in the air, letting the weight of her incompetence sink in. This isn't a win, it's a disaster. A civilian was put in danger, a criminal escaped, and my orders were blatantly ignored. This team is a joke, and I'm starting to regret ever taking this job.
Chase tries to console you, but there's a thing that you have to understand, that this isn't the army. This team is... There are a team of supervillains in the process of being reformed. Chase gives you a bit of money to wind down in the break room. And you tease him. You know. You sure he's not 80? You know, I never really had Twinkies before. I think I've only had it like once in my life, and that was in elementary school, so I barely remember it. There's a lot of it here. In the break room, Invisigal just appears in front of you, commenting how you're kind of jumpy because when she surprised you, you kind of squeezed your Twinkies that you got from the vending machine, and all the filling kind of just burst out. And your justification is if you've have a lot of people trying to kill you the past 15 years, yeah, you're going to be a bit jumpy. And Invisigal's trying to vibe with you, like, what makes you think that I haven't faced that too? And you have one of three options to select. You need better friends. Number two, I can't just disappear. And number three, you chose that life.
Time for some hard truths. You chose that life. I'll meet her gaze, not backing down. You made a choice, Invisigal. You chose to break the law, to hurt people. Now you're paying the consequences. Don't expect me to feel sorry for you.
And she's understandably pissed off. She actually says that she came here to celebrate over the mission going well. You have one of three options. I told Chase you disobeyed orders. Number two. Number two. Number two. You ignored my orders. And number three. You think that went well.
Time to set the record straight. You ignored my orders. I'll keep my voice calm but firm. Let's not pretend this was a success, Invisigal. You disobeyed a direct order, put a civilian in danger, and let a criminal escape. That's not how we do things here. If you can't follow instructions, you're not going to last long on this team.
Okay. You ignored my orders. You make it clear that you make the calls, not her. Because things could have went very differently if Invisigal followed your orders. That's what you've been saying. But she lashes right back. She says you're no hero. She says you're a new nerd playing superhero in a suit your daddy built. Now you're a twitchy little bitch turtle without a shell. A real hero puts their ass on the line. Now, you have one of three replies. You need me. Number 2, the suit isn't Mecha Man. The suit is not Mecha Man. Number 3, I'm the real hero here.
She wants to play that game, does she? Fine. You need me. I'll meet her gaze, not backing down. You can call me names, you can question my methods, but you can't deny the truth. You need me, Invisigal. You need my experience, my strategy, my leadership. Without me, you're just a bunch of superpowered screw-ups running around without a plan. So go ahead, keep running your mouth. But when things get tough, you'll be the first one begging for my help.
Infuriated, Invisigal walks off and goes invisible. But she didn't actually leave. She surprises you, appearing, and punches you in the face. And leaves. At the meeting with Blonde Blazer and Chase, what would you like to do? You have one of 3 options. Number 1, Invisigal punched me. Number 2, the air's dry. And number 3, I bumped my head. Essentially, it's 2 options. One is you out Invisigal, and the other 2 options is not revealing who punched you or how you got that injury.
This is exactly why I didn't want to work with this team. Invisigal punched me. I'm not going to cover for her. She needs to face the consequences of her actions. She lost her temper and attacked me. I expect appropriate disciplinary action to be taken.
Damn, okay. You share that Invisigal punched you, but you're still a hero and you cover for her. Saying that you literally asked for it. With how the argument going from a certain perspective, that's fair. But that's not the point. From the assessment, Blonde Blazer and Chase said that that was a pretty good shift for the Z team. So you have one of 3 options to talk about in regards to Invisigal and the team and what happened. You could say, number 1, I could have done better. Number 2, she disobeyed an order. And number 3, the perp got away.
Time to be blunt. She disobeyed an order. I'm not going to sugarcoat the truth. She needs to learn to follow instructions. If she can't do that, she's a liability to the team.
It's been stated that the bar is low for this group. But you say the bar shouldn't be low. When it comes to work, you ain't fucking around. You know, you need to be serious. If you want the Phoenix program to survive, then you got to be hard on these guys. Bar needs to go up. Your solution is to treat the Z team as what they are, a bunch of supervillains. It takes a different approach. You need to be around them. They need to see that you're all in. And they need to match that energy. It's tough love. And it seems like the only version they'll respond to. And you ask Blonde Blazer to trust you to handle it if things go maybe not as ideal. Because it may be a bumpy ride. They need to respect you, even though you don't have powers.
They need to understand that I'm in charge, and I won't tolerate insubordination. Say nothing. I'll just let my words hang in the air, letting the weight of my convictions sink in. This is my team now, and I'm going to whip them into shape one way or another.
Alrighty, it's the end of the day, and you're heading to the desk to clean up. And there you see Waterboy, and he's cleaning up your station. But he's panicking for some reason, saying he didn't do it. And taking a closer look, you see smashed up food on your desk. And it was a plain glazed donut, now smashed. Apparently, this woman came in, placed it on your desk, and later came back all angry and smashed it. And apparently, Waterboy is the hired as SDN's janitor, helpful janitor. And he says thank you to you for helping get him that job. It seems like that blonde blazer got a donut for you at Granny's place and brought it back. She was listening uh, to what you were saying at the business. It wasn't perfect, but she did listen to something and brought you a treat. But as the bad conversation went, yeah.
Well, that's just great. Can't even catch a break. Say nothing. I'll just sigh, rubbing my temples. This day just keeps getting better and better. A smashed donut, a passive-aggressive message, and a reminder of my failure. Just what I needed.
Just checking. Do you recognize that Invisigal tried?
I'm not sure what to make of it. Say nothing. I'll just stare at the smashed donut, trying to decipher the message. Was it a genuine attempt at an apology, a twisted form of mockery, or just a random act of vandalism? With this team, it could be anything.
All right, let's clear things up. Invisigal at first gave you the donut because she wanted to celebrate it with you. That's why she approached you in the break room. But because of how that conversation went, it went bad, got angry at each other, and she punched you in the face. It went sour. And because of that, she didn't want to give you a glazed donut anymore. She wasn't thinking clearly, she was angry, and the gift that she got for you, she doesn't want to give you a gift anymore. So she ruined it.
So a peace offering turned into a declaration of war. Figures. Say nothing. I'll just shake my head, a wry smile forming on my lips. This team is a walking soap opera. I have a feeling things are only going to get more complicated from here.
Yeah, that's fair. Alrighty, so Blonde Blazer approaches, asking if you want to walk out together for the end of the day. You accept. Outside, Blonde Blazer clarifies that fixing the Z team is not a requirement for her to fix your Mecha Man suit. She's just really glad you're here. You have one of three options to reply. Number one, I'm glad I'm here too. Number two, thanks for setting this up. And number three, do you want to grab some dinner?
I'm not sure what to make of her intentions, but I'm willing to explore the possibilities. Do you want to grab some dinner? I'll keep my tone casual, not wanting to put too much pressure on the situation. We could debrief on the day's events, discuss strategies for the team, or just unwind and get to know each other better.
There's something actually she wants to tell you. It's awkward to mention, but since the other night, she wants to tell you. But then gets interrupted. Phenomenon shows up. And he shows up and kisses her on the cheek. And she introduces Phenomenon as her boyfriend. And yeah, apparently Phenomenon has heard of you. And from what he's heard, that you were a dedicated capable and honorable that truly cares for others. But he's asking, why are you so small? And Blonde Blazer tries to stop him because he's got to stop asking people that. And he says the way you talk about him made him sound impressive, but physically speaking, you are not. He only seeks to understand. It's coming from a place of ignorance. He apologizes. And after hearing that your day was a success, Phenomenon is enthusiastic. He's like, "Oh, we should celebrate," and he offers you to join him and Blonde Blazer for Tokyo sushi. Like literally fly you to Tokyo and have sushi there. But behind him, you see Blonde Blazer shaking her head, trying to get you to not accept this invite. You have one of three options. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Number 2. Sorry, I already ate. And number 3. Gotta get home to my dog. Sorry, I already ate. Sorry, I already ate. And number 3. Sorry, I gotta get home to my dog.
This is just getting more awkward by the second. Sorry, I gotta get home to my dog. I'll politely decline, trying to avoid any further embarrassment. Beef gets anxious when I'm gone too long. Maybe another time. I'll make a mental note to avoid any further encounters with this superhero and his clueless antics.
Blonde Blazer mouths a thank you. And after, Phenomenon Princess carries Blonde Blazer, even though she can already fly. And she points out that Phenomenon flies a little bit faster. Flying off, he asked you to back off a little bit because the takeoff is known to potentially stun small beings.
Just another day in the life of Mecha Man. Say nothing. I'll just watch them fly off, a mix of amusement and frustration swirling within me. This city is full of weirdos, and I seem to attract them like a magnet.
All right, let's see what we got so far. Oh, 7% reject. Yeah. 25% ratted out. Visigal. Least popular donut. Didn't do the sonar thing. Yeah. Sent down. Okay. Let's get to the main menu. Alrighty. That's the end of the episode. For dispatch, we will get to the next episode another time. Robert, do you have anything to say about your opinions of what happened so far? Maybe about Phenomenon, maybe about Blonde Blazer, maybe about the Z team, maybe Invisigal or any of its members, or maybe Chase, the friend you haven't contacted in a while.
This has been a complete and utter circus. Phenomenon is a clueless buffoon. Blonde Blazer is a well-meaning but inexperienced leader. The Z-Team is a collection of walking disasters, and Invisigal is a powder keg waiting to explode. As for Chase, it's good to have him back in my life, but seeing him like this, aged and worn down, is a harsh reminder of the toll this life takes. Overall, I'm not optimistic about the future, but I'm not one to back down from a challenge. I'll do my best to whip this team into shape, but it's going to be an uphill battle.
There's one thing to remember. Something from Chase. Remember he said, we joke, we laugh, and we suppress our trauma. Maybe there's some wisdom in that.
He's right. We can't let the darkness consume us. We have to find a way to laugh, to connect, to find some semblance of normalcy in this insane world. Otherwise, we'll just end up broken and bitter. Say nothing. I'll take a deep breath, trying to absorb Chase's words. Maybe, just maybe, there's hope for this team and for me. But it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of patience, and a lot of luck.
Okay. Well, that's that. Wow, there's a lot of famous people playing Dispatch right now. Understandable. Okay. I think I'll just leave it as that. It's the end of the stream today. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll just end it there.